Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. W, senior researcher at the site. Looking into my studies as a mathematician, I took my interest to find the elements and equations to make up 049's cure. This is not a test or experiment, but a front to work off for research. Those infected by the cure seem to go through a sort of weight loss, and blood pores, which make it seem like it's a zombie appearance, that of a corpse from CWD, or chronic wasting disease, is a prion disease, meaning the proteins in said subject's body attacks the brain and spinal tissue. This comes back and then relates to a human transmittable disease called Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, which is a fatal brain disorder. Symptoms causing memory problems, behavioral changes, poor coordination, and visual disturbances. Behavior of SCP-049-2 follows these symptoms, but wrapping around what exactly is the chemical composure to cause it is a puzzle for sure. SCP-049-2 is human, but just not a living creature. A living creature is able to contract the disease I mentioned earlier, CWD, and not showing a consensus that most viruses can live up to 6 hours in a human body. Proves my results, and which is entirely plausible for a multitude of diseases to live on SCP-049. This is just a theory, and again showing that SCP-049 specimens can only live for so long gives me something to work off of. Meaning me possibly being correct. Mixing CWD with Mixing CWD with necrotizing fasciitis, a virus which eats flesh from within the body. It continues to destroy tissue. This causes reddish skin, severe pain, fever, and vomiting. And as mentioned earlier on how a disease may last inside the body for 6+ hours, my results are reasonable. The human brain, which sends signals to muscle groups, gets cut off by these viruses, yet movement is still possible through God knows what. Though, because CWD can move in through the spine, it is possible that veins and certain muscle groups are controlled involuntarily. This would explain the slouch position and deformed position SCP-049-2 shows when walking or giving any sort of movement. Through its aggression towards staff, it is still something that should be looked into tomorrow. Combining necrotizing fasciitis with CWD, you get that of necrotizing wasting virus. This is not an official disease, but one I'm making up for the time being as to reflect on for future reference. NWV, what I am abbreviating for the past virus, is what I believe SCP-049 to admit when it cures someone. It destroys bacterial, skin, and tissue while changing appearance of the subject. Blood pores while enacting poor behavior and coordination. As seen in the chart, what I posted follows how necrotizing fasciitis has decreased, which leads to another point of mine. If this disease is that rare, would it be wrong to think that SCP-049 is the holder of this? The holder of many diseases from the past centuries it lived in, and is now somehow bringing these subjects back to life. The cure is ineffective at best and purely inhumane at worst. SCP-049 claims to be making progress, and furthermore a way to transpire by bringing humans/animals back to life with its touch. Signed, Dr. W, Research Department.